This is Adventure for Life. I'm Joel. This is day 5 of the IDBDR. We're leaving Elk City. We're going to do section 3 today. I've actually been saying the sections wrong on the other days because we're going north to south and they do the sections south to north. So we should have been counting down. So what I called section 1 on day 1 was actually section 8 on day 1, and obviously section 7 on day 2, etc., etc. But anyway, doing section 3 today. So I guess we got 3 days left. 57 degrees. Elk City is named Elk City because apparently they have a lot of elk around here. Getting off a little bit later. We've got 150 miles today. Going to end up in Warren, Idaho. Starting the morning in a little twisty canyon. A nice little stream. You could say you get tired of it, but it's all really beautiful. So it's not bad to look at it every day. Shifter's getting stuck sometimes. I don't know if there's just too much dust or what, but anyway, I stomped on it a little bit hard and it downshifted 2 gears. So that was the loud noise you heard just a second ago. By the way, when John rode up that burnt knob yesterday, he ended up getting his foot caught under a little rock ledge as he was riding by, and it pinched his foot, and he thinks it broke the metatarsal bone in his foot. He was limping pretty badly last night, but was able to get his foot in the boot this morning, and is leading again today. Wow, that's a great look there. So we're still on this same road, winding through this canyon. Got a very nice stream over on the left. It's we've probably been going 20 miles now. I think we've passed one car in that 20 miles. Seen a few fishermen down at the stream, but other than that, it's been 20 miles of this, which is great. Still on the same road. We got to this rock face here and see the stream a little bit better, so I thought I'd film a little bit more. This has really been an awesome, there's a good view of the stream, been an awesome canyon to ride through. There's actually a overhang a few miles back where the rock actually hung almost all the way over to the center stripe. So we got to ride under it. It wasn't very long, but it's pretty cool looking. They obviously had etched out the rock underneath it for the road. So we probably went 30 miles on that road, but crossing over the stream, heading into the dirt part. Okay, it's been about 2-3 minutes since we left the bridge down there. We've started our ascent. Really green. It's going to be dusty again today. I'm going to lag a little further back because that dust gets old. You can see it hanging in the air, I think, in front of you. I was reviewing some of the videos last night and it looked like, you know, maybe you can see some of the dust on the lens of the camera too, so I'm going to try to stay a little further back. First ascent and started the descent. It's a pretty forested area. See out over there. I don't know if you can. This open area, we're not up on top of a hill, I don't think, but we're not far from it. It's mostly been this gravel here. I guess I ought to put my windshield down. Mostly been this gravel here, which is easy enough to ride on. And we hadn't seen many meadows or whatever you want to call it on this ride, so kind of nice to be in a spot that's wide open like this. This is cool. Oop, better watch what I'm doing, because we're not going. Get to see some logging going on. Well, isn't that interesting? You do get in these, you get out here and you just have no idea what you're going to see. Especially in these little towns. That town of Elk City, I commented several times, I think there were more ATVs in town than there were cars, because people were basically using ATVs as their mode of transportation even in town. So we just came out onto this asphalt. This wasn't a quarter of a mile after we saw those that man and woman logging. We came out onto this asphalt. I've used the word pretty and beautiful a million times on these videos, but whoever laid these out really did a good job, because it's always got something to look at. As I said yesterday, Jim likes to go fast. You got no, there are no signs out here telling you what the curves are like, so you're just kind of not really flying blind, but got to take it a little bit more careful. Because you can't always tell on those curves, you know, what's coming. Can't wait till you're in the curve to decide how sharp it is. So we're still on the asphalt. I thought that was neat, looking up there with the trees growing basically straight up the side of the mountain. We're climbing again. Ooh, there's some big rocks that fell recently. How far it is to the next dirt section. a little waterfall there. Back off road. Same kind of road that we've been on, though. It's pretty easy, well maintained gravel. This guy GPS really does work good, although looking at it on a phone, I think I said this before, looking at it on a phone with that gets dust on it, you just can't see. So if you had it inside a vehicle or you were hiking or whatever, that'd be one thing, but because it wouldn't get dusty, obviously. As long as it doesn't have any dust on it, you can see it great. Anyway, starting another ascent. Warning, a steep winding road not suitable for trailer towing or car travel for the next 20 miles. And it certainly is steep and getting rocky. So I'll let this thing roll for a minute and we'll see what it's like. Forgot to put myself in non-traction control, turn off traction control, so just did that. Supposedly in Enduro Pro mode, you have kind of half traction control, but what I just did was turn it all off. So this looks like it could be fun. See those rocks off to the side, you know, I'm going up the middle where everybody else does. You get off on those rocks, even though they're not very big, you know, on a motorcycle you only got one tire, you know, pushing you forward, and that front tire can bounce all over the place. It's just a whole different deal than a car, obviously. Well, went from rock to sand pretty quick. Pretty sandy. Dusty. From a straight fun standpoint, this has been this is fun because it's, I mean, it's a little sandy, but you pretty much see where you're going far enough back that the dust didn't bother me. It's not rocky, going up, going down. Obviously they've clear cut this not all that long ago. It's relatively smooth, so it's not beating you to death. Lots of turns, lots of uphills, downhills, like this. Yes, this is oops, this is fun. Okay, that last section only lasted probably another 4 or 5 minutes after I shut off the video, and we're back onto paved road, so I guess that was just an area where they had gone out and done some clear cutting, and they made some roads just for that purpose. Anyway, we're back on the fairly well maintained gravel road. It appears when we got onto the gravel part, we actually got off the trail, so we're backtracking just, I think probably to that spot. So maybe we'll get some more of what we were doing a second ago, which again, I really enjoyed that. We'll see in a second here. GPS, the road maybe is right up here to the left, running parallel to this one. I don't see where they went. I don't see them. They didn't mark this corner. This is what I show on my GPS, so I'm going to give it a whirl and assume they're in front of me, and hope I'm correct. Little narrow rocky section here. Not too rocky, at least they're not loose. Still haven't found Jim and Jason, so did pass a vehicle back there, but there they are, so that worked out well. There's another narrow tree line section. Kind of feel like I'm snow skiing on some of this stuff, just because of the cedars and the pines and narrow little trails. Or snowmobiling, one of the two. Unfortunately, it's dusty. Whoever marked this trail, really, they had to do some work to find this. It's really cool, though. Kind of surprised there's not more signs of side-by-sides out here. It's a great side-by-side trail. Of course, everything we've done has been, but yeah, this is really cool. These little tight little section here. Obviously going pretty slow. I wish I'd have had the time to turn the camera on before that last little section. It was very steep, very rocky. I mean, there was a lot of solid rocks, but quite a bit of loose ones too, and I was a little too close to Jason, so dust, I couldn't see very well, but it was pretty fun. This is maybe one of the funner things we've done. Again, just straight up fun, because it's narrow, it's pretty, a lot of variation. Rocky as the other one was, but I don't know how much of that I got, but I was trying to get another rocky section that had some rock on it. It wasn't nearly as rough as that other section I missed, but this is really fun. Tight turns, a lot of variation, a lot of climbs like this one. So okay, well, here's a little bit of, well, it's not a lot of gravel, but You get a little bit of a sense of it. That was pretty steep. So we've started the descent from that area back there with all the sand and the little hills and the logging. It looked like it was going on. This probably has been the funnest thing we've done so far. Again, partly because it's just so narrow and green, but at the same time, lots of uphills, lots of downhills, short. A little bit of rock, a little bit of sand, a lot of variety. It's slow, so that instead of flying by it, you get to enjoy it a little bit more. So we've come out of the tight, narrow section, and we're on the side of a hill. You see Jim and Jason. Oh, there's Jim, there's Jason. Right in front of me. That was, again, that was to me the funnest thing we've done. Narrow, tight, slow, picking your way through climbs, rocks. Obviously, doing lots of timbering up here. This is pretty slow because it's sandy and it's tight turns, and I just wanted you to see the change. Well, now we're going back into the woods, but I don't think we're going to be in here very long. It'll get back out into that open area. Maybe not. We're turning back away from it. Again, that was probably the funnest section. It's the funnest section I can remember. Tight, uphill, downhill. I know I said all that several times before. So we're now back on gravel. We got, oh, probably 70 miles to go if I'm reading this right. And it's only I think we're going back to Pacific time, so that would make it, because my instrument cluster's on mountain time, so I think we're going back to Pacific. So it's roughly noonish Pacific time where we're going. So we stopped here because, you know, totally different look here in the distance. Really pretty section. I mean, hard to say how far that peak is over there. This near peak here is probably, I don't know, 15 miles away. The far one I would guess is 25, something like that. So So I hope you enjoyed the drone footage. I didn't have the microphone turned on while I was doing that, but one thing I've learned about the drone is it takes a little time, and if you're riding with other guys and you're not set up just to do the drone, then you know, I'm mostly doing the GoPro, and so it takes a few minutes to get it out, get it going. I was having some connection problems back there too, so at one point the thing nipped a tree limb and it knocked one of the antennas down, and so it got confused and it kept losing me. So once I figured that out, it did a lot better. But anyway, we had lots of spare time today, or at least we think we do, and so we took the time to get it out, and hope you like it. Interesting place we've gotten to. Somebody's little ranch here. This guy's nice enough to pull over for us. Cool spot. We passed several motorcycles a little while ago, and another truck, so I mean we're obviously in some traffic here, but a really cool little ranch this guy's got in this narrow valley. A little dusty still. I'm following relatively close right now, so I really like this. This is cool. Fire prevention begins at home. A pretty cool place here. We're calling this a one-lane road. It's about a 1.5-lane road. There's a town not too far from here where we can get gas, so I'm going to do that along with Jim just to make sure we got plenty. I mean, I'm sure I got plenty, but yeah, I still got it. I've only burned a third of my tank, but that's all right. Now I broke 8,000 miles. Stupid nasty bug just flew into my windscreen and left a big old smear. Oh, a little rafting going on back there, so that looks like a guided tour, so that must be a good rafting river. So this will be a fun little ride here. Well, this is cool. One-lane bridge. Absolutely gorgeous canyon here. Fun to ride. There's a guy nice enough to move over for us. There's a little bit of traffic here. Most of the people we've run across up here have been pretty courteous when it comes to motorcycles. No attitudes. Better make that corner, or you're going to be in trouble. Alright, so we're returning from the town of Riggins, where we went to get gas, and this is just really a phenomenal road, phenomenal scenery. I don't know if you can see them, but there's some rafters down there, so obviously this is a good rafting river. Jim, as usual, is going screaming fast, but it's fun. this is a narrow road, because if you can see there, they just blasted it right off of the side of this mountain to build this road. So this road didn't get built very quickly. Met some guys going the other direction and on the BDR, so got some good intelligence there. About what's coming for us. Woo! They call it a one-lane bridge for a reason. And those guys obviously got to take precedence over us. There's a little white water for you. Falling rocks. Well, let's hope there aren't any falling rocks coming. Nez Pierce. That's interesting, because we were at the Nez Perce or Pierce, however you say it, National Forest yesterday. I don't think this is still part of that, but it could be. Anyway, I wanted to film on this side because you know, we're right next to the edge here, and get a little bit of a view. You see they had to build a rock wall there to even build the road. This is fun and beautiful all at the same time. We're back on gravel. This is that same river that we were riding along back there probably just a few miles ago. Wow, look at that house and the little river they got going beside. That is got a sand beach. Wow, that is picturesque. I guess I ought to watch out for vehicles on the road. This is absolutely gorgeous. This may be my favorite day so far because of the beauty and because of that really fun area we rode in earlier today, where they were cutting timber. This would be a good place to come raft, I'm sure. I don't know how long the raft ride is, but obviously we saw the people back there doing it. This is just absolutely fabulous. Again, we're 15 miles from Riggins, Idaho. Guess I'll film us going across this bridge. The last one-lane bridge, Jim tried to take on a Suburban, which wasn't too smart. Thankfully he saw it before he crossed, because they were halfway across the bridge. But really just absolutely fabulous. French Creek, and it feeds into that river we've been riding beside. We have climbed a long way. You can see that those mountains are the same mountains we've been riding in. We've climbed, I don't know, 400 feet probably. Love those mountains. Man, that's beautiful. Get a little bit rocky, not too rocky, but the guys that we met at the gas station earlier said it got rocky in here somewhere. I don't know if they were just talking about this. Everybody's got a different perspective on what's hard and what's not hard, and what's rocky and what's not rocky. Wow, that's a steep embankment, so I ought to be paying attention to what I'm... Wow, I went straight down, but I wasn't far from it. From that road right below us. So you can see we're climbing pretty rapidly. That was a 180-degree switchback back there. the switchbacks that we've come up, and there's another one down there. So this is, you know, basically we're going to be using those switchbacks up there to traverse this mountain. Pretty cool to be able to see where you're going. Most of the time there's enough trees you just don't have this kind of visibility about what you've done. You see there, whoops, and where we're going up there. Anyway, cool. We're almost done, but this is the bus, and Jim's posing for a picture in the bus. We'll get a shot of that. Apparently it's used for target practice a lot. Pretty awesome. Okay, we're headed into Warren, which is where we're spending the night. Got another 7 miles to go, I think. We've been on roads like this for probably 20 miles. We've been making real good time because the roads are good, and there's still a little bit of traffic out here, which is, you know, we haven't been having much of, but whoops, a pretty wide turn there. UPS delivery back there. UPS guy kind of came wide around a road, and fortunately didn't hit Jim. It just kind of got us from the side, but he went down. We're staying at the Baum Shelter, B-A-U-M. I think it's probably as rustic as you can get, but we're going to give her a whirl. Looks like it's right out of the 1880s to me. The Three Amigos, Warren Stage. Wow. This is going to be rustic. The building back there was called the Bomb Shelter. Oh, but they got solar. Hey, this was the best day so far.